Coach James Young is my boy. He's the basketball guru of choice and our lead hoop analyst on SportsGrid and on Coast to Coast and Betting Above the Rim and the Betting Above the Rim podcast, setting the bar very high. He also is a undercover ponies player, loves showing up at the track and at the taverns near the track. He's well known everywhere from Saratoga to Gulfstream. Coach, I want to start with this. Opening night, Knicks and T-Wolves, and then that's on Tuesday, October 22nd. How about this opening week? And then the next night, Wednesday night, Bucks and Suns. And then, or let me get this straight. No, I'm wrong. Knicks, Celtics, and the T-Wolves, Lakers are the Tuesday night games. The Wednesday night games are Bucks and Sixers, Suns, and I guess that's the Wizards.
Clippers.
Oh, that's
Suns,
the
Clippers. Open up the
Is
arena.
that the Clippers' new logo?
Yep, it's a new logo. Shout out to the Clippers. Pharrell, $2 billion arena. So they listen. The NBA gave us cinema right off the jump, right? The Knicks, who literally just went and re-signed OG, traded for Bridges. You know it because they're looking at Boston with Tatum and Brown and saying, we are hunting you guys. So what better way to start the NBA season with them? And then obviously you got to give LeBron, obviously 39 years old, MVP of the Olympics versus the upstart team in obviously Minnesota. Let's see what they do for an encore. But that second night game, Phoenix and the Clippers, those are two teams, Pharrell, that I really think could be stuck in the mud right here. Older teams with veteran guys. Do they have one last run in them? It'll be interesting that opening that game between Phoenix and the Clippers.
The Thursday night doubleheader, Spurs and Wemby against Luka and the Mavs. Oak City against Denver. How about that one? That'll be delicious.
Oh, that whole division between Oklahoma City and Denver and Minnesota is going to be absolute cinema. Those could be the three best teams in the Western Conference, all in the same division. So you got to look at those odds there to win the divisional matchups. And then obviously, San Antonio. Pharrell, I'm going to say this. I watched a lot of the Olympics, and I know Wemby had a tough game in the semis. This guy's a top 10 guy in the league right now.
Already.
Top 10 league in the right now. Listen, Defensive Player of the Year, book it now. Most Improved Player in the NBA, book it now. He's 18-1 on FanDuel to be the MVP. Pharrell, if Pop just plays the kid 35 minutes a night, book it. 24 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 blocks. If he does that, and that team just sniffs the play-in tournament, and they do that huge jump from being one of the worst teams in the league to a team that maybe makes the playoffs, Stephen Castle should help them with the guards by defending and getting them in the ball. You got to think that Wemby's going to be in the conversation. Pharrell, he's top 10 in the NBA right now. Maybe at the end of the year, we could be talking top 6, top 7.
I mean, listen, I'd be willing to say he is right in the same cul-de-sac now as, frankly, in my opinion, the Greek Freak, Embiid, and Joker. He is in that cul-de-sac already, watching him in the Olympics dominate, watching that final. He had more points than anybody in the game. He's unstoppable. He's already in that cul-de-sac. On Friday night, the 25th of October, you got the Pacers and Knicks at the Garden, Lakers hosting the Suns. Saturday night, primetime, Clippers and Nuggets. How about this, a triple header? Orlando and Memphis and Ja, and then the Kings at the Lakers. A little triple header.
Oh, I mean, listen, the NBA does it right. This ain't the WNBA. Like, they're giving us matchups the first 4 or 5 days of the season where you're looking at, and of course, with TNT and the doubleheader, and obviously Friday night with Indiana and New York, that's a rivalry game right off the bat. Phoenix and Lakers, that's a rivalry game there. So I do think the NBA did a really good job of getting a lot of the top teams. There are some other sneaky good matchups, Pharrell, that you haven't talked about. How about Orlando at Miami opening night for those two teams? That should be interesting. Obviously, you talked about Milwaukee, Philadelphia on that same night. You go to Thursday night. You talked about San Antonio down to Oklahoma City, Denver. How about Minnesota, Sacramento? Sacramento's a team that's been good the last 2 years. Obviously, lost Malik Monk, to injury before the play-in. Obviously, they lost Kevin Huerter. Mike Brown's done a good job. He got the extension. They bring DeMar DeRozan in. So there are great matchups. That's what the NBA does really well. Adam Silver does this right. The first couple of days, even before we get into the NBA Cup, it's not the in-season tournament, folks. It's the NBA Cup this year. They give us cinema to start the season.
How about this? The Lakers are on primetime 39, national television 39 times. And then Boston, the champs, 34, the Knicks 34. How are the Lakers on 39 times with as bad as they were?
Caitlin Clark's playing for the Lakers? Caitlin Clark's playing for the Lakers. They'd be on 82 times. Listen, simply put, Pharrell, this is all about LeBron. This is about LeBron. We don't know how many years we have left of it. Is it this year? Is it next year? Is it 3 years? I don't know. But they're going to put them on national TV. The big thing is a Knicks team, Pharrell, that hasn't been to the NBA Finals since 1999. Oh, my goodness, 25 years. And they have the sign for the second most national appearances. That speaks to the fact that at the end of the day, the NBA needs teams like in New York, in LA, in Chicago, Dallas, these huge Philadelphia, these huge media markets. The NBA, I hate to say this, they do better when these teams are doing well. So they're banking on this Knicks team that I think is the second best team in the East. And we'll see. Tibbs has depth now. I still think they need a backup center. Let's see what happens. I look for maybe like a Jonas Valanciunas at the trade deadline. If it doesn't work, we know Mitchell Robinson gets hurt a lot. But that team, with that starting lineup of Brunson, Bridges, OG, Randall, Mitch Robinson, with DiVincenzo and Josh Hart, Precious Achiuwa, Miles McBride coming off the bench, Campaign gets a minute, and don't sleep on Tyler Kolek, Pharrell. I think Tyler Kolek was going to be one of the steals of this draft.
Of course, Coach completely homerized on the Knicks. Thank God we got him all figured out. Also, while I've been balling every day and every night and every morning, he's been off at the horse track betting on horses and drinking. So let's get his plays for the WNBA tonight as it resumes after their break for the Olympics.
Yeah, listen, first off, I'm going to go with the Chicago Sky plus the points here. Listen, you have teams that are just coming back from Paris since on Monday. There's jet lag. So I'm going to take the points, the 2.5 points, and I'm going to take the Chicago Sky. I think they're going to get off to a good start. Next, Washington, Minnesota. Remember, folks, Washington was 0-12, and they started to turn it around. We're going to do this. I'm going to take Minnesota in the third quarter minus the points. I think it's 2.5. They make it off to a slow start. Cheryl Reeves adjusts at halftime. Next, New York, LA, minus 10.5, 11. I think it's too many points. Very simply put, Double J, Jonquel Jones, over 27.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Hit it the other two games versus the LA Sparks. She will score. Maybe Ionescu and Stewie are a little bit rough coming off the Olympic break, but she'll rebound. She'll get assists, and she scores. Double J over 27.5.
Yeah, I don't believe that. I don't believe that those two can't beat this crappy Los Angeles team's ass tonight. They've been balling. They've been filling it up, and they're going to continue to do so tonight.